The Hornets are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. You look at Chicago.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
And here's Wall. They swipe it. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Wall. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep. Over in the corner, White. Pass to Embiid. Now here's White. Bulls moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Wall wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now, Antetokounmpo, defended by Avdia. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Pass to Embiid. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And it's Wall in the corner. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Here's Embiid, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Here's Embiid. Second chance shot, and Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Now, here's Gasol. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Back to Giannis. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Timeout, timeout. Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Chicago trailing here. On the wing, Barnes. Knocks it loose. Oh, trying for it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
I asked him how he'll try to handle Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight, and coach remarked, handle? You can't handle Giannis. We'll give him different looks and clogged lanes, but really all we can do is pray his shot isn't falling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little divine intervention on defense tonight, I guess. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Antetokounmpo inside. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giannis has got 10.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Rebound by the Bulls. Pass to Embiid. The kick out to Wall. Trying to get something going. And the dunk by Embiid.
And how about that reach of Embiid? Using those long arms that just gobble up second chance opportunities.
Outside, Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Over in the corner, Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. .137 left here in the opening quarter. Over in the corner, White. No good with the triple. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They lead by 4. Throws it down.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
.59 seconds left in the first quarter. Knocked away. Here's Wall. An easy 2 points on the layup. Wall's got 5 points so far.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Here's Embiid. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Wall. Embiid the screen. Over in the corner, Barnes. Here's Avdia. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside for Gasol. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Wall outside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Hornets ahead as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Hornets leading by 4. On the wing, Hield. Green with the rebound. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Pass to Gafford. Olynyk in the corner. Carries it from three-point range. Olynyk's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Benson with it. Scoreless thus far. Williams' shot is off. Now, here's Simons. Pass to Bay. Back to Simons. Williams with the steal. Caldwell Pope with it. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. On the wing, Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Bailing out his team. Jalen Green finds points.
Now, here's Simons. They lead by 1. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Vincent. Caldwell Pope for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Olynyk. The kick out to Simons. Gafford inside. Here's Olynyk. Goes back up. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Bulls trail by 3. Now Vincent. Pass to Jordan. Over in the corner, Green. Lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 8 points here in this quarter. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here's Vincent. No scoring in this one. Pass to Green. High, arcing shot. Simons surveying the D. Healed outside. And here is Simons. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
Tipped away. And stolen by Simons. Pass to Hield. Simons with the ball. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And each season, GA, it seems like Anfernee Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Williams for three. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Please give a big round of applause for your Bulls Youth Dance Team.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Here's Antetokounmpo. 14 points for him. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Green. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block.
And so Giannis will bring it up for Charlotte. 4-point game. Out to the right wing. Halliburton outside. Back to Okoro. Just 4 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Here's Gasol. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
1:06 left in the second quarter. Embiid is at the elbow. Here's Wall. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Giannis charging into the lane. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Giannis dunks it down.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Over in the corner, White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Over in the corner, Avdia. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Wall, no luck.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Pass to Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Barnes. Pulls up, high post, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hornets on top, up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Hornets leading by 5, and Charlotte turns it over again.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
They get a hand on it. Okoro with it. He's picked up by Wall. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Now here's Giannis. 6 to shoot. Here's Halliburton. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for... one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really affects his entire team.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Giannis left side. Pass to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock.
Excellent defense there from Barnes. When he's active, he is a difference maker on that end.
Now Embiid. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
A three-pointer off the mark. Bulls trailed by 7. Back to Avdia. Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Wall. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Paul Gasol. Chicago shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. Hornets leading by 6. Giannis right side. Pass to Halliburton. Gasol's in the post. From deep, Giannis. That shot missing. Good D by Embiid. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They get it back. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Connects from three-point range. Avdia's got 5 now.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Antetokounmpo inside. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Oh, the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 23 points in the game. And just miss after miss right now. The Bulls trailing. White, wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Outside for Halliburton. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Wall. He's got 8. Out to White. Up and in on the way. White's got his second basket.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout, looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Charlotte trailing. Pass to Hield. Simons with the ball.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Over to the left wing. Bay in the post. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 2. Here's Hield. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-4 run. Pass to Embiid. 1:29 left to play here in the third. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 20 left to play in the third. Simons up top. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Olynyk high post. Here's Bay, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
There's a minute left in the third quarter. Now Vincent hasn't made one yet. Williams can't hit. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Now here's Bay. They kick out to Hield. Tries again. Pass to Olynyk. And the layup's good off the glass. Olynyk's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
On the wing, Green. Over in the corner, Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got 7 points. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Chicago as they end the third quarter with a huge surge in 18.
Hornets 43.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Vincent. Pass to Jordan. Williams looking around. Bulls moving the ball around. Green in the post. Just 3 to shoot. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. And here is Simons. Great D that time from Jordan. The Bulls leading. On the wing, Williams. Outside, Jordan. Jordan the screen. Green. Bay pulls it in. And it's Bay with the ball for the Hornets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Outside, Simons. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Poke loose. Simons with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And guys, he is the whole package. Simons is a bucket.
Green drives in. Jordan with it. Green in the post. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
Pass to Bay. Chicago grabs the miss. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Daniel Gafford.
RJ, you say this all the time. For a young player like Patrick Williams, reps are so important.
He's had a tough start to his career. 2 injuries in his first 4 years that ended his season. Every young player needs to get a rhythm. They need minutes, and they need to be healthy.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
Heads up, fans. Who wants a free t-shirt?
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
And that one misses. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Embiid. Now Wall. 5 to shoot. Back to Embiid. And Green puts up a deep three. The Hornets pull it in.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
To take the lead. Giannis no good. And the Bulls with possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Right side, Wall. Driving the lane. And Wall with the slam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Halliburton misses the layup. Chicago leading by 3. To the paint. And finished off by Avdia.
The V just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Halliburton with the bucket.
And guys, there's just an air about Halliburton. He has such belief in his abilities, and eventually others start to believe.
Outside, Wall. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Green. Outside, Avdia. The kick out to Wall. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Hornets trailed by 3. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Okoro. And the rejection by Embiid.
Every year he's a defensive player of the year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
Back to Barnes. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Giannis. Against contact. Giannis Antetokounmpo forces it through.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Here's Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Kicks it out to Giannis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
How about Jalen Green stepping up, showing poise in a big spot?
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Okoro. Here's Giannis.
The timing on the rejection, Embiid's feel for when to go after blocks is ridiculous.
Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And it's Halliburton missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Embiid, and the shot goes in. And it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge.